You know there's one question on my mind, and I appreciate you answering it. Does Floyd Mayweather want to smoke with Roy Jones Jr.?
Floyd Mayweather, anybody else that wants to smoke with Roy Jones, you know damn well they can get in on Floyd. Has there ever been a question? That's the one thing that's different from Roy. That's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Roy picked these folks. Roy fought whoever the fuck came. So don't get me, brother. You all made me come. Don't get me.
They must have really forgot. They must have really forgot.
Don't be sorry, Jim. Don't be sorry.
But no, anybody come my way, man, I'm always ready, bro.
Did you feel disrespected? Like, I mean, obviously you did feel disrespected.
I play stupid games, you know what I mean? Like I said, when this man was proposing him up over there in Dubai, I was going to do this kind of live to make sure he got home okay. You understand me? So no matter what the difference may be, I still respect you as a champion. Now you're not my top five, but I still respect you as a champion.
Boxing, that fight hype. Talk to me about this Floyd Mayweather. We gonna get this fight?
If he want it.
If he want it, what's your final message to Floyd?
You already know.
You know, you ready?
Yeah, I'm born that way.
That's it.
Ain't nothing no ever change.
You can knock him out. Your prime versus his prime, you were way better, right?
You got an X?
Boxing fans, can you imagine two living legends, both in their mid-50s, stepping into the ring not for money, not for clout, but for pride, respect, and legacy? Floyd Mayweather versus Roy Jones Jr., a dream fight nobody thought would ever happen. And now, December changes everything. This isn't just a fight. This is history in motion. Floyd Mayweather has shocked the boxing world once again. The man who calls himself TB the best ever has officially announced his next fight, set for December. And no, it's not Jake Paul, not Manny Pacquiao, and not any of the names fans have been throwing around. This time, Floyd is stepping, and with another legend, Roy Jones Jr. to icons, both in their 50s, about to collide. Some are calling it a dream match for the history books, while others are dismissing it as just another money grab. Either way, the hype is off the charts, and the boxing world can't stop talking.
Up is going to have the boxing world talking from now until fight night.
Is there something that you want to elaborate on, or is there something that maybe you don't like about Floyd?
One thing I don't like is that you don't respect elders. You talk about Muhammad Ali got beat by an 8-0 fighter. That 8-0 fighter was an Olympian who was a monster, who, if you had a monster like that in your weight class, you wouldn't fight him at that time. You understand where I'm coming from? So, that being said, you're disrespecting the greatest fighter of all time. And if you disrespect him, you disrespect anybody. So you have no respect. But when you see me, you're gonna have some respect. Because if you wanna get it, we can get it. I'm willing to go earn my respect.
But I didn't hear you say anything disrespectful about Floyd.
I never do. I'm not the disrespectful type.
The news broke earlier today when both Mayweather promotions and Jones's camp dropped identical teaser clips. In one, Floyd walks off a private jet in a tailored suit, saying, "December. You know what it is. Greatness versus greatness." Within minutes, social media exploded. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Fans everywhere started picking sides.
Is there something that you want to elaborate on, or is there something that maybe you don't like about Floyd?
One thing I don't like is that you don't respect elders. You talk about Muhammad Ali got beat by an 8-0 fighter. That 8-0 fighter was an Olympian who was a monster, who, if you had a monster like that in your weight class, you wouldn't fight him at that time. You understand where I'm coming from? So, that being said, you're disrespecting the greatest fighter of all time. And if you disrespect him, you disrespect anybody. So you have no respect. But when you see me, you're gonna have some respect. Because if you wanna get it, we can get it. I'm willing to go earn my respect.
But I didn't hear you say anything disrespectful about Floyd.
I never do. I'm not the disrespectful type of guy. That's not who I am. I'm the type of guy. The reason I'm not disrespectful is because when I say something, I'm ready to die for it. So if I say this, I'm willing to die for this. You understand me?
You stand on it.
I stand on it. You understand me? I'm not, like I said, I don't think LeBron is not a great player. I'm not one of the greatest players of all time. But if you ask me, in your opinion, my opinion, which I'm entitled to, you think LeBron or Mike, I'm gonna say Mike because I saw what Mike went through to get where he got. So I got my own reason why I'm gonna probably like Mike. I'm not saying just you're trash. No, you're not. I'm not saying you're not a great player.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not one of the top 5. Because you could be that, you feel me? And in most people's opinion, you probably are. Some people's opinion, you probably top 1. That's not, I can't say, oh, I'm right and everybody's wrong. No, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm entitled to my opinion. But I will fight about my opinion. So if you got a problem with my opinion, whoever, call my house. It ain't changed.
For years, Floyd has been in exhibition mode, fighting influencers, MMA fighters, kickboxers, and even debut boxers. But this time, he's facing a real legend.
Yeah, I heard. I heard all about it. I saw Roy Jones call out Floyd Mayweather after Floyd Mayweather's subliminal disses. I saw it. And you guys are hitting me up repeatedly. Showbiz, who do you have if Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather were to fight? And, you know, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed me love. His son, his family. Look, Tim T has always shown love, bro. They have kept it a bean. I just never really been able to connect with Roy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him a few times. But I'm going with Floyd on this one, man.
Roy Jones Jr. is no ordinary opponent. At his peak, Roy was untouchable. His speed, reflexes, and unique style made him one of the most dominant fighters in boxing history. Even in later years, he's proven he can still draw a massive crowd, especially after his blockbuster 2020 exhibition against Mike Tyson.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
So, why December? Sources reveal both fighters wanted enough time for serious training and promotion. The fight is expected to go down in Dubai, where Floyd has been spending a lot of time lately, especially after all the controversy surrounding him this past.
In the grapevine, I heard that Floyd needs this fight because he needs money. I mean, realistically, I can understand that. The guy spends his money like a kid. It's so stupid what he spends his money on. What, like 9 Bugattis, 20 Lamborghinis, 50 Rolexes? Like, that's just idiocy. Oh, okay, cool. It's cool to have it, show it off. But it's idiocy. This guy is walking around with like stacks of money. Don't you realize that money devalues? It's just idiocy. My guy, you need to learn to invest. Oh my gosh. I can give you a whole video on investing. I mean, if you really want me to, I will. But I mean, it's just insane. The guy even spends his money like a f***ing kid.
Now let's talk format. This won't be a full 12-round championship fight. Reports suggest it's an 8-round exhibition, 3-minute rounds, no headgear, full-size gloves. But don't get it twisted, both men are taking it seriously. Roy's coach has already confirmed camp is starting, and Floyd's training footage, sharp mitt work, speed drills, shows he's locked in.
They love, like, you know, elite combat sports athletes, and Roy Jones Jr. in his prime was the fucking man.
When you talk about the all-time greats, you can, in his prime, he may have, I would say he's the best technician ever.
One of the best athletes that's ever competed in boxing. He was so fast.
Think about that one round he had with Vinny Pazienza, where only round in
CompuBox history.
Yeah, in CompuBox history where Vinny Pazienza couldn't land a punch.
And even in his later years, Roy's ability to draw a crowd never disappeared, especially after his 2020 exhibition with Mike Tyson.
Somebody said, and this was kind of hilarious, someone said, hey, I heard that they're just gonna mess around and that they're not gonna go for the knockout. I go, do you know who the fuck you're talking about? I go, you're talking about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Do you really believe that? That two of the all-time greats, once they start throwing hands, that it won't get crazy?
Well, of course it is, because both of us are who we are, and we're going to show our skills, and nobody's going to look stupid, and it's just going to be interesting, I think.
Yeah. Do you have any other people in mind? Like, do you have a game plan in mind, like after Roy, or are you just thinking only about Roy right now?
At this moment, only Roy, but it's just some interesting people that we have that I'm going to announce later.
Now, there was some talk of you and Roy way back in the day when Roy fought John Ruiz and won the heavyweight title.
Here's the reality. Floyd doesn't need this fight. He's 50-0, made hundreds of millions, and secured his place as one of the greatest offensive boxers in history. But Floyd thrives on attention. And he knows that sharing the ring with Roy Jones Jr. brings a whole new spotlight.
Floyd Mayweather being held by government officials in Dubai. Yeah. Look, I thought Gervonta Davis was playing, you know what I mean? Say, Floyd Mayweather had been messing over with people money and shit, so they holding his ass hostage, you know? Flostage, you know what I mean? Yeah, Floyd hostage, flostage. That's some new shit. But anyway, they say they holding him hostage. You can't leave Dubai. Where they do this at, bro? I thought Floyd, last time I seen him, he had barrels of money. So where that money at, I don't know. You know what I mean? Gervonta Davis was mad because Floyd called him zesty. I seen his little dance moves. I don't know where they do that at. They call that man a tank. I don't know nothing about that. I never seen him fight. I know I can fight. I never seen Tank Davis fight. You know what I mean? I know his name. I never seen him fight. I just seen him dance. You know what I mean? So for me not knowing him, I would have called that zesty too. You know what I mean? I would have called that zesty too. But he said he'll knock Floyd out. Floyd just a little featherweight, so I don't know.
For Floyd, it's about legacy for decades. Debates have raged who was better in their prime, Mayweather or Roy Jones Jr. While this fight won't fully answer that, Floyd knows that beating Roy, even now, adds fuel to his claim as TBE.
Speaking of boxing, do you think Floyd's the GOAT?
Oh, undeniably. I don't even think it's close. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as like an actual fighter for fight, like fight for fight, pound for pound, the Floyd, how can he not be the greatest? Like as far as like he's never lost. He's the greatest defensive fighter without
not even close.
I don't even think it's a debate.
It's not a debate.
Floyd's been hit hard maybe 4 times in his career.
It's not a debate.
He's touched the floor 1 time, bro.
It's not a debate.
How do you fight 50 times and touch the floor once?
And let's not forget, there's real beef here. It started when Floyd made a controversial statement, indirectly comparing Roy and Muhammad Ali. Floyd suggested that both relied heavily on footwork, and once their legs slowed, so did their greatness. To Floyd, it was just analysis. To Roy, it was pure disrespect, not just toward him, but toward Ali.
Because when you mention great fighters, right? 90% of your great fighters are black, the ones from the past. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's gonna be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are gonna be great. They're gonna start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them gonna be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level? Nobody.
Roy responded without hesitation, "If you disrespect Ali, I can't respect you." And just like that, things turn personal.
What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open. Ready to go. It's called.
So here we are, 2 legends, 2 egos, 1 stage, Dubai, December. The boxing world is about to witness something unforgettable. The only question left is, will this be just another exhibition, or a fight that finally puts one legend above the other? Who do you have winning, Mayweather or Roy Jones Jr.? Drop your predictions in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe because this story is only just beginning.
Mayweather, Roy.
I don't know what's going on with him. Sugar Ray Leonard said himself he thought he would beat him. The reason I tell people I thought Sugar would beat him is because when you mention great fighters, right? 90% of your great fighters are black, the ones from the past. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's gonna be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are gonna be great. They're gonna start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them gonna be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level? Nobody. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns twice, Roberto Duran, who would be one of the other people on that pound list. He beat guys that were Floyd Mayweather Sr. He beat guys that were at their prime, no matter what color they were. He beat all of them at their prime. Him and Tommy fought when they both had O's. Not when Tommy got beat by Iran Barkley. That's too late to beat Tommy. If you beat him after that, it don't count. You understand me? So it's not that. I'm not saying Floyd's not a great fighter, but I can't put him ahead of guys who have crossed that line like that. When I put you in with an equal opposition, now I can judge and say, hey, you did that. You go on that line. But Terence Crawford was there all these years. He never fought. He fought Canelo, who was way younger than Crawford, 3 years younger than Crawford. But Crawford was there too, but you never called Crawford's name.
Is there like some sort of tensions and beef between you? Or?
He got mad because I said that on All the Smoke, and then he started put up some video of him watching some of the fights I had in my little career where I got knocked out. You know, he said, look at the highlights. Yeah, you know, they make the highlights. But those highlights are probably more exciting than your highlights. Still, you feel me? But you know, when you play with me, I'm not ducking or dodging nothing. Still, my name's still Roy Jones Jr. I don't care. I get in shape right now for anybody. Running ain't my game. I never duck and dodge. I'm not that guy.
Do you think he'll fight you?
I don't know if he will. I'm wide open for it. So let's go.
And on that note, always a pleasure, my man. Thank you.
He did, and that's fine. I went out of my way to troll him a little bit now. You want to fight? Come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know.
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at, and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like, we might get this exhibition?
Ain't gonna be no exhibition. I want it real. Ain't no sense being an exhibition. What we gonna play for? We both fight for real. What we playing for? Wasn't no exhibition. We didn't make it real. Exhibition for people playing. We ain't playing. I ain't anyway.
I mean, I'm being kind of lighthearted about this. You seem a little intense. I've interviewed a lot of times. I don't think I've seen this look in your eye before.
Well, I mean, I don't bother nobody. I'm authorized. I can have my own opinion. You got a problem with my opinion, then anything I say, I'll be willing to fight about. That's why I don't fuss much, because if I say it, I mean it. And if you want to do something about it, come on.
All right, real quickly.
Outside the ring, I don't care. We do whatever, wherever you want to do it. That's where I'm built for this.